The coming of the mark of the beast. Friends, here is my revelation about the conspiracy about the mark of the beast and also about the Bitcoin currency and also the Brics blockchain currency. And the fall of the US dollar. And the case to discontinue the use of the US dollar as the dominant currency of the world. And for an invisible and an intangible cryptocurrency, and for mainly a digital currency, like for a cryptocurrency, and a currency which was predicted by some to be a one-world currency and for a foolproof currency for doing business and which could very well be this Bitcoin currency, and also the Brics currency. And especially for a currency that would become untouchable. And also for a currency like the Bitcoin currency which was on the rise and becoming the world's favorite cryptocurrency, and which could very well become the world's newest digital currency of choice. And also with the arrival of the new Brics currency, and also with the other cryptocurrencies, and with their digital units that many of the nations them would be able to trade globally. Friends, the Bitcoin is a form of currency that only exists digitally. And this kind of digital money, it doesn't usually have any centralized issuing regulators or regulating authority. But instead it uses a decentralized system to record transactions, and to manage the issuance of new units, or newly created digital money or units. And which relies on cryptographs to prevent counterfeiting and fraudulent transactions. Via virtual digital currencies such as the Bitcoin currency which had hit the mainstream financial market in 2014. When there were many Bitcoin business startups with many ATMs worldwide. And when many people sprung into action buying up the Bitcoin, and also many other digital currencies all over the world. And which was allowing people to exchange their cash for their favorite cryptocurrencies. And which now can be used to secure digital payment outside of all other conventional and non-conventional financial currencies, and to be used in every financial institutions. And other businesses, such as the stock market. And also across many social media platforms. And also by many NGOs, and also by many other financial institutions, and also by the government, and also by many nations of the world. As the newly launched Brics blockchain financial system, which is also known as the Brics, that was embraced. And which was adapted by over 159 nations to date. And whom have developed their version of a cryptocurrency, like that of the USA, and the SWIFT financial system. And also which have the financial backings of the US dollar. And also the backings of the US Federal Reserves, and also the IMF. And also the World Bank. And also which many of the would-be billionaires and millionaires, and also many millionaires who are seeking to abandon the US dollar for the Bitcoin digital currency. And while the American monetary system is slowly being phased out, and it is silently being abandoned by the world's nations, and also the Brics nations. The Bitcoin currency is now becoming the predominant cryptocurrency, and the main digital currency of the world. And perhaps it would be the number one currency. Friends, I believe that they would kill off the US dollar, and indefinitely abandon the US dollar for a one-world digital currency like that of the Bitcoin. Friend, many financial companies including some of the world's richest companies. And also some of the world's wealthiest people have been investing in cryptocurrencies. And they are quietly divesting themselves of the US dollar, and they are also acquiring metal like gold and silver. And also for the other digital currencies, the Bitcoin and also other cryptocurrencies. Like President Donald Trump, and also like so many others whom are amassing billions of coins and digital cryptocurrencies. And also there are now many companies which have gained eminence by buying large amount of cryptocurrencies. And also by adding the Bitcoin currency into their financial portfolios, and also the other cryptocurrencies. And it was mainly to introduce the Bitcoin and the Brics blockchain currency to the world and as the coming mark of the beast, and also by the nation of the world and their government whom all conspired to introduce the mark of the beast, and the Bitcoin and also the Brics currency, and also their SWIFT Pay and Brics payment system as the world's only currency and currency to perform financial business. And thus creating the mark of the beast. And here is a little history about the Bitcoin, and also about the origins of the Thai baht currency and the Satang coins. which I believe would be the forerunner for the Shaitan bot currency. And the mark of the beast. Friends, the Thai bot currency become the world's poster child for the Bitcoin currency. And also from the founding of the Thai Satang, which I now believe was the preview of Shaitan coins. And now which is the Bitcoin currency today. And this is the information that was first recorded from the era from 1910 to 1915. And which was some of the information which came from the Thai census, and which came from their profitability reports, and from the invention of the Satang, and the bot currency. Which literally means Satan coins, and which came to be the portmanteau word for the word Bitcoin, which meant, Satan's portion. Which is the hundreds and thousands of the Satan bots, the Shaitan bot coins, which is Satan's portion, and the coins which were allocated to Satan. And which became the Bitcoin which today. And which became the symbol for the Bitcoin currency which was derived from the Thai bot which was copied from the original Thai bot coins. And which came to be the Bitcoin currency, and also the letter B, in the icon of the Bitcoin currency. And which came to be the portmanteau word for Shaitan mark, and also for Satan's coins. Meaning, Satan portion, and also Satan's fortune, and which meant Satan portion. And also this portmanteau word which was derived from this Pali word, and which stood for the English word which was the definition for the word coins or for money. And with the use of this added suffix, the word, ang, which meant, portions. Meaning hundreds of thousands of portions of coins, or Shaitan coins. And also all the Satang bots, that were the hundreds and thousands of coins that were the portion of the fortune, and the wealth that were created for Satan. And which meant Satan's portion. And which were the thousands of coins that were being created, and that were divided up into hundreds of thousands of dollars for Satan's fortune. And which was Satan's fortune. And which can also be interpreted to mean the hundreds and thousands of money that was created for Satan's use. And friends, the Thai bot or the Satang bot like Bitcoin is still around today. And the Thai bot it is still the official currency of Thailand. And it is said to be divided up into hundreds of thousands of units called, Phuan units or Satang portions. And also of this revelation of what I perceive to be the preview of the Bitcoin currency, and also of the Bric's blockchain currency, before the coming of the mark of the beast. And also before the coming of Iy'ELU, whom he's coming to establish his holy kingdom in his world. Friends, prior to the decimalization, the Thai bot was divided up into units of 8 which was called the Thai Phuan, and each Thai bot was divided into 8 units. And with the issuance of this Thai bot and the Shaitan coin, or this Satang bot coin currency, it was the responsibility of the Bank of Thailand to monitor its distribution and also its performance. And which later had its SWIFT system. And from the time of the release of the Thai bot, and its SWIFT system it was ranked the 10th system that was mostly being used, and frequent by other nations, besides the other monetary system in the world. And their system was the most frequently used for payments, and for the conducting the world's cryptocurrencies, and also for doing many online transactions, as of December 2023. But now that the usage of the Bitcoin currency is greatly on the rise, it has served as the model for the Bitcoin currency. And it has for some time now since the Thai bot symbol which was being appropriated to the Bitcoin. And which was sign of the letter B, which was adapted by some currencies the like old Bitcoin symbol, and also by the newly created Bitcoin currency icon which is a cryptocurrency with the symbol of the Thai bot currency, which was the sign of the letter B, and which was being copied by the nations them in the West, and also which was followed in the EU, and when they first adapted the Bitcoin currency, in the Bitcoin symbol. When they copied the sign of the letter B, for the Bitcoin, and for its representation, and which had a separate code that showed a letter B, with 6 points, and which was added to the newly founded Bitcoin symbol. Which became the new Bitcoin sign that we all see today. And which was the Latin letter B, which had 2 vertical strokes in the middle. And which was the new Bitcoin icon with letter B, that was allocated in the Unicode standard for developing business logos and trademarks, like the icon of the Bitcoin currency, and which came to be the fancy-looking letter B, and which became the new version of the icon for Bitcoin currency today. Friends, many of us never thought that the mark of the beast would become a part of a barcode or a readable computer chip, and who would have thought that such a currency would be possibly because of the newly invented supercomputers and this Bitcoin digital cryptocurrency. And that we all can again access via our computers, and also on our smart devices like our smartphones, and also on our other electronic devices, such as our smart tablets, and which can be accessed by apps which have been placed in our eyewear, and also in our smart watches, and also by other communication software. And who would have known that with the introduction of this newfound digital money like these cryptocurrencies, and currencies like the Bitcoin, and also the Bric's blockchain currency, that the mark of the beast that would be forced upon all us very soon, because it is now fully completed. And soon these financial tools would become the instruments of the mark of the beast, and also the coins of Satan, and also part of the mark of the beast, and that this currency would be the secret mark of Satan, and this newly found cryptocurrency which is Satan's, and also which belongs to the god of this world, whom is known by so many names, like the god Bel, whose name uses the letter B, and also like the letter B, which is in the Bitcoin icon which was originally copied from the Thai baht which was represented by the letter B, and also which stood for the Thai baht which stood for the Satan coins and also for the fortune of Satan, and also for the Thai baht, and also for the Bitcoin currency which has now become the favorite digital currency of the world, which I believe is also Satan's fortune, and that our government would beginning to embrace it, because it would become the monetary instruments of the mark of the beast. And also likewise all of its new methods of performing trades, and other financial services, and also with its computer systems to perform many of its transactions, like the American SWIFT financial system, and also like the newly introduction of the Bric's version of the US SWIFT payment system which has been around for some time now, and which has been adapted by the BRICS nations up until now, when they developed a system similar to that of the US SWIFT financial system, and which have given the people in the US and world the impression that the US dollar dominance is coming to an end, and that its power as the world's dominant currency which would be diminished greatly, and that it is because of the BRICS. But would you believe that many of us have been fooled by Satan? And who would have thought that these nations, that they are the conspirators of this massive cover-up that is behind the mark of the beast, and that they are the ones whom have made a deal with Satan to bring about the mark of the beast, and that with their secret deals with Satan, that they would bring about the mark of the beast, and Satan's currency, by false flags events, and with wars, and with many crises, and by mass killings, and by inventing a new currency, like the Bitcoin, and others, and also a Bric's digital currency, and also a cryptocurrency that they very soon would be implementing when they introduce the mark of the beast upon everyone, and upon whomsoever it may be that is alive in Iy's world today. And that they would implement these digital currencies, such as the Bric's currency, and also the Bitcoin currency, and which would become what I now believe would be Satan's portion, and also Satan's secret currency, and which I believe would be the Bitcoin, and also the currency of the world, and also what I believe would become a part of the mark of the beast and a part of this one world currency and also of the coins of the world's financial system, with also all the other coins, and beside the gold and also the other digital currencies, and mainly for the currency of this world, and for the Bitcoin currency, which I believe would be used along with the Bric's blockchain financial system, and this would become the mark of the beast system with its own coins and its dollars, and with its digital units, and which would be this one world digital currency, and also the secret mark of Satan which is the mark of the beast, and which I believe was coined after the Thai baht, and the Satan or Shaitan or Satang or the Thai baht coins, and also the Bitcoin currency, and which can nowadays also be coined as Thai Satan baht or Shaitan baht, or Satan's coins, or the mark of the beast, and also Shaitan coin or Satang portion, or the mark of Satan, and also the coin of Satan or the Satan baht, and also for a satanic-controlled digital cryptocurrency. And also for the proverbial mark of the beast. The mark 666. And friends, all the technologies and electronic devices are now here, like all the newly developed invention like the super-fast computer. And also with AI trading bots. And also bots with super AI intelligence. And also with bots that can speak, and that can create digital animation, and also that can create digital currency from their trades. Because of their super intellects, and with their lightning-fast computing skills. And now it is possible with the advent or all these cryptocurrencies. And with the creation of these technologies that it is now possible for many of the nations them that are in Iy's world that they now would be forcing a currency change upon us, and by forcing us to adapt these cryptocurrencies. And also many of the nations them would soon begin. And also the government them would beginning to implement the mark of the beast upon all of us. Friends, whether or not it's one where the nations them that are a part of this one world monetary system of a newly created cryptocurrency, and this one world financial market that they can now mandate such a one world financial system, and its digital currency upon everyone. Where all of our hard-working cash would be all gone, and it all would just vanish and disappear, and becomes invisible, and it would become like one that would be created out of the thin air or being stored in the proverbial cloud and also in cyberspace. And for a digital currency that would now be the new currency of the future. And also it would become the currency of every nation. And also of everyone, and also one where most of the countries, that are in the world would gladly embrace. And also it would be the currency of choice of many of the financial institutions, and also the coin of many. And even of the secret societies, and also of all the governments them of the nations that are in Iy's world. And that they would soon be mandating their newly found digital coins, and also their digital dollars, and also their monetary crypto policies upon all of us. Like a mandatory usage of a one world cryptocurrency. And for one that is like the Bitcoin currency. And also like the digital currency that is being launched by the Bric nations. And also for a currency that would come with all the different safeguards. Like for one which would use facial recognition, and also our DNA. And also by one which will use our biometrics. And also for a currency that will use electronics chips, and which can be implanted with barcodes, and also Q codes, and computer IDs, and electronic addresses and also electronic IDs, and also electronic internet online wallets, and also a digital online bank account, and digital transactions and transfers and so on, and even with the creation of cyber tracking and tracking numbers and trading numbers. And for a system which can be used by infrared and with thermal scanner and also by other advanced technologies. And for electronic chips which can be placed under one's skin, and also that can be used to scan all kinds of electronic chips, and other computer chips which can be embedded in our palms. And which can be done with the aid of biometric scanners, and also with use of other scanners and for the scanning of our palm symmetry. In order for us to buy and sell, and in order for us to save and to do electronic trades. And also to receive our weekly wages, and our monthly paycheck. And also for our monthly salaries. And also for our pensions, and also for our social security payments. And also for the offering of monetary help from others, even from our favorite charities. And also for government services like our tax refunds. And also for payment and for tips and for gifts, and also for other gratuities. Friends, and many of us would become homeless, and many would be left helpless, and having nothing, and not even having a job. Because many of our jobs would have been eliminated by smart working AI and humanoid robots. And also by android robots. Even by fully capable sexual male and female humanoid robots. And also with aid of smart machines, and by super intelligent AI, like chatbots like ChatGPT and others. And then we all would have to rely on humanoid robot with AI, and also our governments them, and also upon a government paycheck and also government vouchers. And because many of us, ability to find work, and our refusal to take the mark of the beast, though we won't be able to help ourselves. And we all would have to rely on a government monthly income, like some sort of a government financial help, like government subsidies. Because many of us would be forced out of work. Because our jobs would all be eliminated by robots. And in order to survive, we all would have to take the mark of the beast. Or we all would be forced to take the mark of the beast in order to take care of ourselves, and also our families. Friends, I believe that we still have a little time left before our world is forced to make this change. Because we aren't there just yet. Because the mark of the beast is not yet mandatory, but who knows? Maybe it is just around the corner. Maybe all it would take would be a nuclear war. Or maybe the next global pandemic. Like the much prophesied biblical pox, which was prophesied to bring upon the inhabitants of this world many sores and boils, and which would be upon the population of this entire world, and which could possibly be similar to the dreadful monkey pox. Friends, this idea about the Bitcoin currency being part of Satan's mark of the beast system isn't too far-fetched. Friends, the book of Revelation has prophesied about the mark of the beast, and also about a time when this world would go through many events like these upcoming events. Because Iy'ELU have prophesied that they all would certainly come through. So my friends, let us all beginning to look up, because He's soon to come. So let us beginning to get ready for He's return, and also for the mark of the beast, and also for Satan's digital currency, because our lives as it stands does consist of this world's currency, and we all need money or wages, and also food, and something to drink, and also a place to rest. But most importantly, we all need Iy'ELU. And we would need to be saved. And we all need Christ, and His salvation. But although our government can help us in many ways, more than one, and also His salvation, only Iy'ELU can save us. Because only true salvation can be found in whom is the odd. And also whom is our salvation from Satan, and also from the coming mark of the beast. Because is our only salvation. And friends, Iy'ELU have already made all the preparation for all those who are His. Because He is whom is Christ. So let us all put our trust in Iy'ELU, instead of our own selves. Because our government will fail us. And when they does, all hell is going to break loose, and when all else fails, then He would be our only hope. And also our salvation. Because He has overcome, we all shall also overcome also. Thank you. Hallelujah. The end. To be continued.